American economic hegemony can breathe a sigh of relief as Xi Jinping fails to achieve oil for yuan during visit to Saudi Arabia. However, Saudi Arabia may not have a choice. Let me explain. In 1971, Nixon stopped the convertibility of the dollar to gold. As a result, the purchasing power of the dollar saw a significant drop over the next few years. Then, in 1973, the Yom Kippur War kicked off, as Arab countries, including Egypt and Syria, launched an attack on Israel. And while America acted as an intermediary with Henry Kissinger's so-called shuttle diplomacy, it also saw fit to supply Israel with war materials and other supplies. In retaliation, OPEC countries triggered an oil price increase from $3 per barrel to as high as $17 per barrel, and reduced output by 25%. This was devastating for the USA, causing them to enter the worst recession since World War II and have massive inflation, a collapse of industrial production, as well as causing a plunge in the stock market. As the U.S. started to quietly consider military options, including the invasion of Saudi Arabia, the largest player in OPEC, OPEC lifted its embargo, and the U.S. took the opportunity to attempt to redesign its oil policy. The deal they offered the Saudis was simple. Saudi would price oil in dollars exclusively, and reinvest those dollars into U.S. Treasury securities and euro-dollar deposits in U.S. banks. In return, America would keep the dollar exchange value stable on the world market and would sell advanced weapons to the Saudi kingdom. Furthermore, the U.S. would take the Saudi investment and loan it to emerging markets in South America, South Asia, and Africa, who in turn would use those dollars to purchase goods from the USA, Europe, and Japan. This would reignite global growth and increase demand for oil, thus completing the cycle. And while this appeared to be a win for all involved, the Saudis were taking too long considering their options, such as gold or the euro dollar. To encourage the Saudis to agree, the U.S. started to openly discuss the military option of invading and occupying the Saudi kingdom. On January 1st, 1975, Commentary magazine published one of the most famous articles in the history of American foreign policy. The article was written by Robert Tucker, head of the American Foreign Policy Institute and a member of the Inner Circle of the White House. It was titled, "Oil, the Issue of American Intervention," and it openly discussed the option of invasion as a solution. Shortly after, the Saudis signed the deal. And so, not only is Saudi Arabia heavily invested in the dollar system, but they are held at least adjacent to gunpoint, if not at gunpoint. It would be foolish to think America is not willing to pay the blood price to secure its interests and the current world order it reigns over. This brings to mind a good quote: "An alliance with a powerful person is never safe," or, in this case, a powerful nation.